And just like that, we're on part 2. Brothers and sisters, this is part 2. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to name this video, but all praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly mother, sanctifying YAHAWAH, the Holy Son. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Sunday, January the 10th, 2021, and it's currently 4:09 a.m. What you're experiencing here, brothers, is called Esau's trouble and the Gentiles' tribulation. This is the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. This is plague number 6. Plague number 6. Increase of hail and snow. So this happening in Siberia and in Russia. Let's see what Siberia is. Siberia, Russia. So in Siberia, brothers, Russia is like the largest country in the world because this is a very big barren land, and Russia is ours. All those land, Europe, they're all our land. Okay, this is supposed to be Siberia, this mass land. Okay, this is Russia, this is Siberia. Somewhere, some kind of ski resorts. Okay, something happened, and then those people die because they get buried under the avalanche of snow. There will be no Jacob's trouble, brothers. All those things that happen around the world, they are happening to those Gentiles. Okay, Father is in the midst of us. Fear not. Okay, 2021 is 2020 part 2. Okay, so fear not, brothers. Okay, the Most High is in the midst of us. Be happy, rejoice. The covenant has been restored. Hallelujah. Okay, let's watch this. I don't think there is no commentary on this. See, this is of the Most High, man. Increase of hail and snow. Increase of hail and snow. And you saw this, brothers. Last time we were watching something in Russia, 2 guys froze to death. One of them survived, though. The other one, he died. Okay? This is what the snow did. The avalanche break the whole thing. 650 feet? Ah. Okay, people die, man. So, this is no joke. The Most High is not playing with those people, man. Okay, and this thing is keep increasing. When it used to happen, brothers, nobody died. Now you got a fatality. Okay, this is a result. I don't know why people will go over there and try to ski in this condition. I don't understand Gentiles, man. They got weird taste. They got weird thrilled. Okay, anyway, so that's what happened over there, man. And those people are dying. All right, this is plague number 6, increase of hail and snow. Okay, the snow been killing a lot of people lately, man. Like a lot. Okay, let's move again.
Olvido.
So,
Increíble.
okay, this is Spain. Now, you got in Spain.
Las fuerzas y cuerpos de seguridad del Estado, la unidad militar de emergencias están en ello. Ahora,
Yeah, it's okay, all right. Let me read it. The main goal is to bring safety. See, this is what the Most High did. He gave them hell, man. I think somebody died in there. And then not only they are going through this, brothers, they are going through, there's a flooding going on over there. There's a flooding. And in the same time, the snow is ravaging one side. The airport is all grounded. And then on the other side, there's look at those people. See what the Most High did, man? Grounded them. Grounded them. Okay? And the other side, there's a flooding. So, and the Most High is like, he's really messing with those Gentiles, man. Oh, yeah, okay, always. There's one Negro there. Okay, that's a tourist, a French tourist. Let me see what she's saying.
You are going to take a plane at 9? No, at 10. So, but that's all. It's catastrophic situation.
Yeah, it is catastrophic. Okay? And yeah, so when you look at this, and they're all realizing, brethren.
Una pasada, la verdad. Nunca lo había olvidado.
It's entire. We have never seen. See, they are realizing this never happened before. It's incredible, very cool. Okay, okay. Did she say something about she's white? Let me listen to this.
Una pasada, la verdad. Nunca lo había olvidado.
Increíble, muy guay. Para los que no estamos acostumbrados, muy guay.
Okay, it says very white. That stuff, but they never seen this before, man. It used to snow, but not like this. Not like
Un
this,
poco de
brothers.
ilusión, la verdad.
To be honest, I'm a bit excited
Por
about
lo
it.
menos es algo novedoso.
Okay.
Y bueno, pues
It is unusual, but it's wonderful. They think this is fun. Okay? Because they never seen this before. And Father said, increase of hail and snow. It will increase. It will increase, brethren. Okay? Increase of hail and snow. As you can see a lot of hail and a lot of snow. Okay? All right? Yeah, no, I'm good down there in Florida. You can go to hell wherever say this. All right.
And in Himachal Pradesh as well, more than 1,700 migratory birds were found dead till Saturday due to an unexplained cause in the Pong Dam area of the Kangra district.
So now, like we told you, we showed you many times, a lot of those animals are dying, okay? Over 1,700 birds found dead in Imakal Sanctuary Tourist Stop, okay? So this is plague number 3, I believe. 3. Destruction by pestilence among the cattle, okay? A lot of people think like when they say cattle, they mean like, cows and goats and other bovines. No, when they say cattle, they mean animals. Any animals they can eat. Okay, the Most High is killing them. Okay, the people say, well, they don't really eat birds. No, the birds eat certain things, and that certain things eat another things. Okay, when those things are not there, everything's going to follow. They're going to die. Okay, destruction by pestilence among the cattle. Number 3. All right, so that's what happened here. Okay, that happened a few days ago. Okay, well, I think COVID-19 is revenge on nature over human. Government is sleeping really about network companies. Something big is coming. This is what I despise with those people. Something big is always coming. Really? So what's going on now? It's not big. You lost your blessing. Everything is messed up for you. Oh, something big is coming. 1,700 birds die. Okay.
You traitor! You traitor! You traitor! You're a traitor! Lindsey Graham, you are a traitor to the country! You know it was rigged! You know it was rigged! You know it was rigged! You garbage human being!
So, again, like I told my brothers, like I told my sisters, stay out of it. Those people are going at each other's throat. That's what Gentiles does. That's what they do. Brother, we don't have to do anything. Look, next time, it won't be verbally. It won't be verbal. Next time, they're probably going to walk to this man and shoot him, or stab him, or hit him, or attack him physically. This is one of their own. Because he didn't bow down unto them. He didn't do what they were expecting him to do. And now they are mobbing his ass. They are going around and mobbing him. Okay? This is at the airport. And again, always one Negro there protecting the man. Alright, those are Trump supporters. This is Lindsey Graham. Okay? He's one of them. Okay? They almost killed this man. He was afraid for his life. Okay?
You traitor! You traitor! You traitor! You're a traitor! Lindsey Graham!
It's always one of us. It's always one of us. Some Negro, always there making a monkey out of himself. Okay, let me see. Oh boy, let me see. Always one Negro in the midst of them. Open his mouth wide open, laughing. You're making a fool out of himself. That's why we keep telling our people, come out of Herman, stay away. Again, we don't know what this scumbag is.
Lindsey Graham, you are a traitor to the country.
Okay, so yeah. Hopefully they don't mess me up with that music and things like that. Yeah, so this is their own people, brethren. This is their own people turning on each other, turning on them. Okay, when Trump already caved, he's done. There's nothing they can do. Okay, all right. So yeah, Lindsey, I'll talk no action, police. I don't care, man. Again, brothers and sisters, stay out of it, because when you look at the plague, execution by the sword, and flight in distress, which be still going on. The war over there, Ethiopia versus Tigray or Tigrine or whatever that place name, still over there. Azerbaijan in that war, they still fighting. Okay, now you're gonna have those people killing their own people. See, they did not come in the hood. They did not threaten us. You always see one Negro there protecting another Negro, go around and laughing and stuff. This is funny to him. He got to be there, walk around and post things on Facebook and social media and stuff. Those are the people, when you see them getting shot in the street, when you see the houses are being burned down, when you see the plagues come upon them, you're like, good. You know, the Most High tells you to get out of the way, but hey, man, you know, you're always over there and trying to be a clown. Okay, MMC. I think I put this video 2 times. Excuse me. Yes, I did. All right. For those of you that are so into Jacob's trouble, women's going to be raped and stuff. Watch this.
Now to a safety alert involving a healthcare worker at the Cleveland Clinic in Weston.
And when she got to work, a man allegedly approached her and then kidnapped and raped her. Officials are now trying to track that guy down. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Weston with this disturbing story. Good evening, Roy.
Sanella, you know, what makes this story even more disturbing is the fact that this woman arrives here to the Cleveland Clinic every day to help others. Well, she now suffers her own physical injuries, and emotionally, as you can imagine, she is traumatized, especially knowing this man is still out there.
So yeah, this happened over there in Sunrise. You know, I stay over here in South Florida, so all those places I used to work in Sunrise every Saturday, the first week, every last Saturday. So I used to work in there, and it's a beautiful area, the Sawgrass Mall over there. So
terrifying, because that could be any one of us.
Employees at the Cleveland Clinic on high alert after hearing a woman was attacked by a man and sexually assaulted just steps away from the hospital after 7 Saturday morning. Investigators with the sheriff's office said the victim had just arrived to work here at the Cleveland Clinic. That's when the man raced after her, tackled her to the ground, and then forced her back into the car before driving off with her.
He then proceeded to drive and sexually batter her at a location that we're not going to disclose at this time.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Because when it comes to those guys, when it comes to their people, okay, they will not disclose anything and stuff and things. You can see this guy smiling.
In the victim's white Ford Explorer, the suspect ultimately dropped the woman off in the parking lot of this Target at the Sawgrass Mills Mall in Sunrise. It's there where deputies said she ran inside and called 911, but by then, the suspect, described as a light-skinned man with a Middle Eastern accent, had already driven away.
The suspect then took the victim's vehicle and was last seen westbound on Alligator Alley.
A SunPass toll there capturing these clear images of the suspect's.
So yeah, and then they got this dude, and somehow they cannot find who this guy is. And if it was one of us, and you know, it would be all over for us, man. You know, people would make the silly little comments and things like that. Okay, okay, there you go. They're profaning Fidel Castro. Okay, if you didn't know Fidel Castro, he's one of us. All right, the name Fidel means faithful. He was raised by Levite women. Okay, they taught him. The Levite taught him everything he needed to know, how to fight, how to cause difficulties to the enemy, and then they did. All right, Fidel Castro was, they believe, there are books out there that believe he was actually a Levite himself. Okay, so Fidel Castro, he was raised by a Levite nanny. We taught him, you know, all the stuff, the people that actually they fled Haiti to Cuba, and they met him. They were hired to raise him, and they taught him everything he needs supposed to know. And the family was so friend. They were so bound together. And then when Fidel was born, they asked when they asked the Levite family how they should name him, they call him Fidel, to be faithful, not to them, but to YAHAWAH. So that's where the name Fidel Castro came from. All right. Okay, disturbing and heartbreaking. More camera, please, on hospital campus. Okay, all right. So, for those of you like, oh, our women will be raping all that and then Jacob's trouble. No, those are the same people raping their own people. All right, raping their own people. All right. So now, let's get into the ley line.
A Jacksonville mother's desperate plea for a hit-and-run driver to do the right thing.
I need you to turn yourself in and let's end this because my daughter is suffering right now.
Right now, 22-year-old Jada Simpson is in.
So then again, we have to read those people into the spirit, okay? All right, we are reading this young woman right there on her, well, on our left, on her right, we can see that giant Christmas tree or whatever that is over there. So, you know, and then you read the spirit, you see the type of people they are, and that's why the plague is cleaving them to these people. Okay, she was hit by a car.
In the ICU at Memorial Hospital after being hit by an SUV last night while trying to cross Cesare Boulevard near Ashite Street in Arlington last night. Doctors say she has serious, multiple injuries to her body. News4JAX reporter Eric Avigné has more. Eric?
Yes, earlier tonight I spoke with Jada Simpson's mother, who took a break from being by her daughter's side in the hospital to explain to us what her daughter endured when she was hit by that vehicle. She says what happened to her daughter was criminal. She wants justice, and she wants justice now.
Now, pay attention to what she's going to say. Does it sound familiar? Pay attention.
The life of 22-year-old Jada Simpson changed Thursday night when her mom says her daughter got out of her car on Cesare Boulevard and proceeded to cross the street.
Black SUV was speeding down Cesare Boulevard and struck my daughter pretty much on her left side of her body, knocking her about 10 feet in the air.
Centoria Simpson says the driver who struck her daughter got out of the SUV to assess the damage to his vehicle.
I guess it was all good with him, got back in his car and drove off and left my daughter.
Okay, so not only the girl got the daughter, she got hit in Cesare Boulevard? Is that what that is? Or Caesar Boulevard? We'll check again. But the person get out of the car, look at the car, and then get back and drive. You see this so many times. It's just like those people when they're driving, it's like they don't see anything. They feel like they hit something, but they can see it. Then they stop, they get out of the car, they look around, they don't see anything, they don't see anybody, they look in the front. They like, probably we hit a dog or a deer, it flew off, and then they just get in the car and then left. You see this, okay? They get out of car, they look. Again, let's see what kind of street that is, okay?
Pretty much on her left side.
Life of 22-year-old Jada Simpson changed Thursday night when her mom says her daughter got out of her car on Cesare Boulevard and proceeded to cross the street.
I don't know. Cesare Boulevard, Jacksonville. Let's check that. Cesare Boulevard, Jacksonville. Okay, Cesare. All right, Cesare. Cesare sounds like Cesare. Okay, I thought that was Cesare Boulevard. Are you kidding me? Okay, Cesare Boulevard, Jacksonville. So, all right, let's do a little. We do this every video. We like to go to this place. Okay. All right, we're going to look if we can find any ley line there. Okay, and this boulevard right here. Let's see what we have there. Okay. Okay, no, this is not it. It more look more urban. Look more urban. So yeah, we can see a couple of like Methodist church, some churches in the same line over there. Arlington Church. Go to that ley line. Okay, I believe that's it. That's it right here. Well, yeah, somewhere around there it happened. Yeah, somewhere around here. But you can see there's a church in the ley line right here. All right, then. Let's finish this.
Black SUV was speeding down Cesare Boulevard and struck my daughter pretty much on her left side of her body, knocking her about 10 feet in the air.
Centoria Simpson says the driver who struck her daughter got out of the SUV to assess the damage to his vehicle.
I guess it was all good with him, got back in his car and drove off and left my daughter.
Yeah, because that happens so many times, okay? They just get out of the car and then they look, they don't see anything. You know, if the person, anybody that drive a car, hit someone, stop and look at the car, that means they didn't see it. One, they didn't see this person, and two, you know, they didn't want to flee. If you stop, if you want to flee, brother, the moment you hit this person, you would have keep going. You would have never stopped and get out of the car, look at if your car is damaged. No, man, you will keep going. Once you get home or somewhere, you will try to look at what happened, okay? But this person stop, get out, look around, look at his car, and then get in the car and keep driving. That means he felt like he hit something, but he didn't see it. That person was wide awake. He wasn't on his phone or anything like that. Wasn't drunk. Drunk people don't hate something and then stop. They hate something, they keep driving. Why would the person stop if they knew for a fact they hit something? You can see it in New York. The guy run over this woman. He stopped. He get out of the car. He look left. You see people are looking. He look left. He look right. He look everywhere. He could not see anything. Then he got out in his car and then left.
Most people will hear that and say that's heartless.
That is heartless. Very heartless.
A good Samaritan who witnessed the crash aided the victim and was able to get phone number information out of her before she was taken to Memorial Hospital.
He was able to get in contact with me and her grandmother and let us know what was going on with her and that she was being rushed to the hospital.
Jada Simpson now sits sedated in the ICU with a broken leg and lacerated liver. The entire right side of her body is scarred from head to toe. Friday night, doctors discovered fractures in her tailbone. Her mother is pleading with the driver who hit her daughter to turn himself into police.
Yeah, so that's what happened, man. The ley line. Okay, that person hit this young woman. Okay, that person didn't stop. Okay, all right. Now, why there's no humanity left in America? This person needs to step up here. So awful. One day we will get this right. God bless. Please heal this beautiful woman and bring you justice. Okay, when I hit a deer, I stayed by it for an hour or whatever, man. Okay, so yeah, they just hit this young woman. That guy get out and look and then get right back in his car and keep driving. All right.
I'm Deborah Gill, and here's today's Fox 12 flash briefing. Someone died after a hit and run in North Portland. Police say they found the body on North Denver Avenue at the Columbia Boulevard overpass. Police are still looking for the driver who took off after hitting the person. Governor Kate Brown just activated more than 100 guardsmen and women to help reach her goal of vaccinating 12,000 Oregonians a day.
Yeah, so somebody died hit and run in Columbia Avenue. We know Columbia, you know, stand for the Holy Spirit. Let's watch it again, okay?
I'm Deborah Gill, and here's today's Fox 12 flash briefing. Someone died after a hit and run in North Portland. Police say they found the body on North Denver Avenue at the Columbia Boulevard overpass. Police.
So then again, when you look at the name, you can see all kind of stuff. So Columbia, you know, not only stand for the Holy Spirit, the Dove, and District of Columbia, Washington, where the Capitol incident happened, and then you can see, and this name right there's Kilpatrick. Okay, Patrick, we know that's St. Paul, and then stuff like that. So you can decipher all those things because we know for a fact all the I-95, all the interstates, all the I-5 are built on top of ley line. Okay, there's a ley line that run there. Another one intersected. Okay, something happened here. Somebody got take off. You know, somebody got take out of the street. Okay, all right. So, yeah, wow. I didn't know I could do this. Wow, I could. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do that then. That's cool. Thoughts and suggestions. Actually, it's great having the National Guard participating. Now they got the National Guard giving that thing. Get out of here, man. You guys are trying to get your butt out of this fire, man.
A scary scene at a gym in Rockland County today. A car slammed right into this Planet Fitness off Route 59 in Airmont. Police say no one was hurt. This gym was closed down for the rest of the day. No word what caused the driver to lose control.
You see this all the time. You see this all the time, brothers. Almost every video, somebody have to run into those businesses and crush it. And they cannot figure out what happened. What caused this person to do this? Okay, what happened? But this is what happened. Somebody was driving and then boom, they slam into a Planet Fitness, which is the worst gym ever out there. Okay, I used to be a member of Planet Fitness. You cough in there, you know, they will ring the alarm and stuff like that. Okay, so people are like, oh, too much steroids. They're making jokes out of it. This thing is very serious, man. All right, and now you're going to see the murder, suicide, and those people cannot get each other. They cannot stay around each other. They cannot process stress like we process stress.
Neighbors are horrified as an apparent murder-suicide spills outside of a Washington, Missouri home this morning. Fox News' Michaela McKee is live in Washington tonight with what witnesses say they saw.
Well, Elliot, nothing has been confirmed yet, but Washington, Missouri police say they are familiar with the two victims. They have been to their home multiple times for domestic altercations prior to this, and now both are dead.
It was just the craziest experience I've ever had.
Mornings are usually quiet on Lewis Street, but Saturday morning, a tragedy changed that.
Early this morning, about 8:30, we had got a call in reference to a female that was found deceased in a driveway on Lewis Street. When officers arrived there, they found that there was some blood and other evidence that led them to the next door residence. They found the rear door of that residence open.
Lee Elliott is a longtime resident of the neighborhood and witness of the female victim running from her own home into the neighbor's yard where she collapsed.
So you see this, you see how many domestic violence that happen, and then a lot of murder and suicide, because those people, a lot of them, like we mentioned before, they are not married because they are truly happy together, or they are in love. They married because of the money. They marry because they see an opportunity. They marry, okay, because this man or this woman has something that I want. This man have a house. This man have a good job. I don't care. I'll marry him as long as he has that good job. Now, the pandemic hit. This man doesn't have this good job. It's a problem. I'll marry this woman because she's beautiful, sexy, and stuff. She walk out all the time. Pandemic hit. She got depressed, start eating. I don't like her anymore. Or things like that happen and then stuff. And then they are killing and murdering each other. And you see this all the time, brothers.
And died. He was absolutely horrified by what he saw.
You see police officers running around with their assault rifles, and you see a young lady down in the driveway. And
this man is absolutely distraught. He's dejected. He's sad. Because, brothers, again, there are certain things you're not supposed to see with your fleshly eyes. As a human being, there are certain things you're not supposed to see. You can see them in movies and stuff. It's all fake. But when you see somebody, their gut is spilling out the blood and stuff like that, that person lying there on the floor, and you're watching this, you're going to get traumatized. Remember when we were having the podcast 2 or 3 days ago, a sister called. There was a domestic violence, and she was trying to figure out what was going on, and something happened to her, which we're not going to repeat here. Okay, when things like that happen, there's a domestic violence, brothers. This is going to sound very rough, but it's the truth. If there's a domestic violence next door to you, stay out of it. Don't try to be a hero. You're driving your car, an accident, a horrible accident happened. Keep on trucking, brothers. Keep on trucking. This is not your duty to stop your car and then go over there and look how you can help. This has nothing to do with you. I know a lot of people are gonna say, why you say this, Big Levi? This person could be one of us. This person could be. Look, listen, you really don't want to see anything. An horrible accident happened. If you caught that in camera, okay, send it to us and let us know. Give all praises to the Most High and keep on trucking, man. Keep on driving, get home safe, pray. Tell the Most High, thank you for sending me this sign, and repent fast for whatever that happened. The Most High sent you this sign. You should have never seen anything like this. Once you see a tragedy, brother, you be curious and try to go look for there. You might see something that probably going to change your life for the worse. Like the other day, we saw a brother in Detroit again. All right, there was a car accident that happened. The other car split the first car in half, and he go watch, he look, and then he say, I should have never seen this, man. Now I regretted it. He was an Army veteran. All right, so be very careful when you see those things will happen. Two people are arguing. This is none of your business. Let Father do his work. Stay out of his way.
What we saw was horrendous.
When the Franklin County SWAT team arrived, they entered the home and found a male victim laying dead on the floor with a young child crying near the body. The male and female victims were both in their late 20s to early 30s, and the child found on the scene was their son.
We weren't expecting them to bring the baby out, and it was very emotional that he didn't hurt the baby.
So yeah, again, those people, it was all good when we were shooting each other in the street, in the hood, and they call us animal. All of a sudden, this guy is all up in his feeling because the plagues is upon them. This is the first plague. So for much need, execution by the sword. All right, let's put it out, okay? I don't like to do those videos and then breaking down scriptures. I can go to all of the scriptures, but let's keep this simple, okay? Execution by the sword. Okay, the modern day sword is the gun, and flight in distress. She was running and then going in there, and she got killed by her husband or her boyfriend and stuff. The child survived, but what kind of story you gonna tell this kid when this kid growing up working on a plantation for us and telling him, hey man, your parents, you know, they took each other out.
On the block, we all knew that there were some issues there, but
okay, so
what actually happened, I mean, we don't know.
So what this man tell you, he's told you those people going at each other all the time. They knew things was going to happen. That is why, brothers, if you stay next to somebody that's like to arguing domestic violence, if you can move out of that place, move out. If you can stay out of the business, stay out of. You heard gunshot and everything, hunker down in your bed, pray, and then let it be. Let the Most High has his judgment.
We just know that 2 people are dead, but the baby is okay.
The child is currently safe with family while detectives piece together what happened.
We're still currently investigating the 2 deaths to see what actually occurred in the residence. We know that there's a domestic relationship between the man and the woman, and that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, so those people would never thought things like that would happen in their neighborhood because I don't know, man. I'm in a good part of the ley line and stuff like that. Oh my God, thoughts and prayers go out to the family. That's what the Gentiles does. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. You know, thoughts and prayers. America, you're unbelievable. Employ common sense, people, when faces with problems. Yeah, whatever. Someone get that man some counseling. In all seriousness, that poor man's so shaken up after what he's seen. That's the thing. You should have never seen anything like that, brothers. I know it's exciting for you to go out there and try to look at things, but you should have never witnessed things like that. A murder happened somewhere close to you, you mind your own business. You mind your own business. You let the Most High do his things. I'm not interested in knowing what's going on. You keep it, keep it working, keep it moving. All right, this is again in Houston. Is that in Houston? No, this is in Los Angeles, California, all right?
It was a heartbreaking scene on this corner in Koreatown. Crime scene tape and a police tent tell the story of another senseless death.
As you can see, brothers, Koreatown, a lot of things been happening. They've been finding a lot of people. They are dead in the car. They die in the car. They die in their house. Hit and run. They are dying in Koreatown. And now some women got shot and killed because of attempted robbery or carjacking or whatever, which is still as a robbery. Okay, this is the thing.
It's very scary. Neighbors are in disbelief that a woman was shot and killed in her car in what investigators are calling an attempted carjacking.
I understand that people are falling on hard times, but this is not the way to make it better.
And
okay, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you to tell people like this is not the way to make it better? This is of the Most High. The Most High did this, all right? You don't go over there and tell people, oh, okay, this is not the way. No, it is the way because this is the way of the Most High. He did this.
As neighbors on this usually sleepy street are desperately searching for an explanation, investigators are simply looking for a killer.
This is a terrible crime. This is egregious. And
you know, we need to catch this person.
Detectives say it happened at 1:11 a.m. when a 38-year-old woman was sitting in her parked BMW with her dog waiting for a friend when a man walked up to the car. The dog started barking and he opened fire.
There were a couple witnesses that were out here and they were trying to help the woman. They were running her aid. She was in her car, and officers also tried to revive her, but she was unresponsive.
The woman died. Her dog was also struck by gunfire. He was rushed to the vet and is expected to be okay.
We don't know exactly how this started, but the fact that she was getting into her car and she was, you know, basically attacked while she was in her car would suggest maybe someone was trying to take the car.
Investigators say the shooter is a young man in his 20s. He was wearing dark-colored clothing and he took off on foot heading south down Mariposa.
Yeah, young men wearing dark. They tried to say this dude was one of us. That's what they're trying to say. Well, if you keep up in Korean town, man, there has been a lot of murder. A lot of people are dying. Okay, see, Korean town isn't really Korean anymore. Okay, these days it seems like our country is deteriorating. They are seeing this, brothers. They are seeing this, man. Yeah, so, okay, so a young man in his late 20s and dark clothing, well, that's now is down, okay? Okay? This is, look at this. The poor dog, man, rest in peace to the victim. Here we go again, y'all. 2021 is another, you have no idea. Okay, it's pretty simple. All cities that cut into the police budget have seen crime rate skyrocket. Yeah, as if when the police was there, everything was fine. You know, how come they don't let us know the race of the victim? Wondering if this has more attacks on Asian in that area. The Asian on Asian crime. It's Gentiles and Gentiles crime. They know this, okay? They know who did this, okay? It's a policy with them. They're not supposed to go out there and telling you that, hey, man, we are killing each other. When it comes to us, yeah, you know? Okay, see, Koreatown is the most ethnically diverse hood in the city, more Hispanic than Koreans, okay? Okay, where does it say she's Asian? Just with, they'll only mention if the victim is black and the suspect is not. Yeah, whatever, man. It didn't mention any race. My point is the media pick and choose to mention race whenever it fits a narrative. Just want them to be consistent. She was a 30-year-old Vietnamese mother of two. Okay, all right. Those are Korean killing each other. Those are the same people killing each other, Asian killing each other. Those people do this all the time. You think a bunch of people in China can eat and kill, do whatever the hell they want. You think when they come here they won't do that? They'll do it. They just won't report it. All right.
Walking to catch an Uber. Channel 2's Taisha Walker is joining us now live with the latest. Good morning, Taisha.
Sophia, good morning. We're a block over from San Jacinto and McElhaney. We're on Fannin Street. This is as close as we can get to the scene. You could see behind me as soon as this bus passes that investigators are still out here looking for sort of any clues that can help them find a suspect. If you look down on the ground in between that circle of police cars, you will notice there are at least 3 yellow evidence markers there. We know that the deadly shooting happened just before 3 o'clock at the intersection at San Jac and McElhaney.
So yeah, San Jacinto, which was the father of Mary, the mother of Christ, so to speak. Is that what that is? Let me see. I don't want to get this. What was the name of Mary's father?
Mary's father was Joachim.
Yeah, Joachim. Okay. Yeah, Joachim is a derivative of the word, Jacinth and Joachim is, no, that's not the same one. What the name I'm looking for, it's, yeah. Here we go. That's the name. Patient and love, that's what it means. The name means patient and love. It's in Spanish, Jacinto. Saint Jacinto. There's not much patience and love over there. Passing. And love. Oh boy, it's 4:48. I know. I'm getting sleepy. That's why I'm talking Hish now. Yeah, somebody in Houston again got killed. Okay, There's at least 3 consecutive markers. Zoom in for the markers number. Well, y'all, we gotta stop this. Jesus is watching. Of course he is. Of course. No wonder there's less traffic in Houston these days. Everybody's dying. Brothers, they are seeing it. They are seeing it. And then Houston is in Texas. Texas is a red state, man, okay? This is again in Houston, all right?
Now to that breaking news. Violence and gunfire overnight claimed at least 3 lives. In all, Houston police say at least 8 people were shot. First, we're taking you to Midtown, where a gunman shot and killed a man who was leaving a club. Officers say the victim was walking to meet his friend, who was waiting inside an Uber at McElhaney and San Jacinto. That's when a man in a hoodie walked up to him, lifted a pistol, and fired multiple times.
Yeah, you already read those people. Whoever they are, always going to the club and stuff like that. Stay home, man. Stay home. Join the club of the Most High. Pray with us. Fast and pray. Repent. Repeat with us. Nope. That's what they have to do.
Some of those bullets also hit several buildings nearby. That gunman hasn't been caught, and neither has the one involved in a shooting in Northeast Houston. A woman told police a man picked her up as a prostitute, refused to pay, and then shot her in the stomach. Officers say she managed to get out of the car near Party and Hirsch, then ran to a nearby home for help.
Yeah, I have no comments for that. Okay, let's move in.
That woman is expected to survive. And a bizarre scene in Northwest Houston. Police say a man tried to disguise his gunshot wounds by pouring hot sauce over the blood. Officers found the man banging on the windows of cars at an apartment complex on Antoine Drive. They tried to help him, but he took off. Officers say they later found him inside an apartment covered in that hot sauce. He was taken to the hospital, and officers say a gun was found at the scene. And finally, a gunfight broke out in South Houston overnight. This time, 3 people were shot. We just learned a 16-year-old boy lost his life.
Again, I believe that 16-year-old boy was at the club. They were at the club. And you got to read those people, okay? And then you're like, man, whatever, man. Those are the rejects that the Most High don't need.
Michelle Choi shares what we know so far. Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, good morning. This was one scary and wild shooting that police say involved a lot of people, multiple shooters, ending with a teenage boy dead. And it all took place in the parking lot of a club on MLK Boulevard. Take a look. This was the scene from earlier. Police responded to the shooting around 1:30 this morning. When they arrived, they say they found a large group of people outside a daiquiri club, and among them 2 gunshot victims who were rushed to a hospital.
So it's 1 a.m. in the morning. A 16-year-old got shot in the club of a parking lot. So I mean, in the parking lot of a club. All right, I'm getting very sleepy. It's already 4:59. Let me 4:51. Oh boy, I'm sorry. Sometime I do this. Maybe I said something while I was sleepy. Okay, let me see what we have here. God, will people stop being losers and stop shooting each other? Seems to me as right now bullets are more deadlier than COVID. All this more reason not to let your guard down in 2021, because they thought 2021 was going to be better than 2022. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, be at peace. The covenant has been restored. Fathers, in the midst of you, there will be no Jacob's trouble. This is Esau's trouble and the Gentiles' tribulation and the 2/3 punishment. As you're witnessing from part 1 and part 2, none of those stuff happening to our people, the people that are in the truth, the people that truly give their life to Father, the people that are truly say, you know what, I'm done. I will worship my Father and my Father only. You never seen one of those Hebrew brothers saying like, yeah, the Most High did this, the Most High stuff. I keep my faith in Jesus Christ and all this nonsense. All right, brothers and sisters, thank you for watching. Be at peace. May peace be among you. There will be no Jacob's trouble. Brothers and sisters, be at peace. Shalom.